Who is India's most powerful government officer? Hint: it's not a politician, it's the Cabinet Secretary, the senior most civil servant of India. Here's why that role packs so much power. The Cabinet Secretary sits at the top of the authority ladder for the entire bureaucracy. They're the head of the Indian Administrative Service, the Secretary to the Union Cabinet, and the person who coordinates between every ministry when national decisions have to move fast. When ministries disagree, files stall, or a crisis hits, the Cabinet Secretariat is where the traffic clears. That's power, agenda access, coordination control, and the last mile for implementation. But in Delhi, influence isn't only about rank, it's also about proximity. The Principal Secretary to the Prime Minister often shapes priorities day to day. The National Security Advisor drives strategic and security decisions. Finance Secretary controls money. Home Secretary controls law and order. Revenue Secretary controls enforcement. Still, by design, the Cabinet Secretary is the system's senior-most anchor, neutral, permanent, and above-line ministries. Neutral, permanent, and above-line ministries. Top constitutional and high offices, Cabinet Secretary, Head of Civil Services. Election Commissioners run free and fair polls, Comptroller and Auditor General. SAG audits Government Attorney General and Solicitor General. Top law officers, Chief of Defense Staff and Service Chiefs, Chief Justice and Judges. Judiciary, technically not officers, but apex authority. All India Services, IAS, Policy, Administration, District Magistrates, Secretaries, IPS, Policing, Internal Security, SPs, DGPs, Indian Forest Service, IFOS, Forests, Wildlife, Environment, Central Civil Services Group A, Indian Foreign Service, Diplomacy, Indian Revenue Service, Income Tax and Customs Indirect Tax, Indian Audit and Account Service, Indian Economic Service, Indian Statistical Service, Indian Information Service, Indian Civil Accounts Service, Indian Postal Service, Indian Trade Service, Indian Corporate Law Service, Railway Services, IRMs and allied technical cadres, Defense Accounts, Defense Estates, Geological Services, Meteorological Services and more. Regulatory and autonomous bodies, RBI officers, SEBI, IRDAI, CCI, UGC, AICT, NITI, Ayog professionals, state services, state administrative, state police, state forest, state finance and allied services. Chief Secretary heads the state bureaucracy. District and local governance, district magistrate or collector, subdivisional magistrates, block development officers, tehsildars, municipal commissioners, panchayat officers. Uniformed and enforcement agencies, CRPF, BSF, CISF, ITBP, SSB, NIA, ED, CBI. Why is powerful not always the same as most senior? Access, coordination and credibility. The Cabinet Secretary has all three, institutionally. The Principal Secretary to the PM has proximity. Finance and Home Secretaries command resources and coercive power. The NSA integrates security. But the Cabinet Secretary is the system's referee and switchboard. When the nation needs the machine to run, that office flips the green light. If you want to climb this ladder, crack the civil services exam, build field credibility, learn to coordinate across silos, and guard your neutrality. Power follows trust, and trust follows performance. Thanks for watching. Drop your questions, and I'll unpack any one of these roles next.
Look what I'm becoming, and my mind me if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny.